today's Christmas Eve. I worked from home today, and I want to talk about how much that sucked. Um, I didn't realize how important it is to separate your place of work from your home. Sometimes when I'm trying to like edit videos or even just make videos in general, when I'm trying to get my process done, it's somewhat distracting to have both like my phone here and my actual computer. Like I don't necessarily want to do work, I just want to if I'm home, I want to play my game. And today, I was not only were we really like we weren't really busy, but I was set up right here with my work laptop, and all I wanted to do was literally anything else. I I think it's not only an aspect of separating my place of work from my place of relaxation. Not only is that important, but I think there's like a social element to it as well. I feel like if I worked alone in an office, I probably would still feel that level of like lack of responsibility, I suppose. Like I'd probably still be on my phone. I'd probably still be playing games on the work laptop. But I think the added element of that, not necessarily like, oh, they're gonna catch me not working, but I mean like it's a collaborative effort. It's a community kind of deal. We're all working. I feel like that aspect to it really encourages the that and it encourages it. It makes it feel less like work, or less of a I don't know how to explain it. But when I'm home alone and I'm in front of my computer and I have my cats near me, I don't want to fucking answer emails. I just want to do anything else. So I think it's really important to be able to make that separation. Maybe if I had an office here, there's not that many rooms. I just have to work with what I got. But definitely working from home is, it sounds better than it actually is given the circumstances I'm in. So I really would prefer to just never do this again. Wow, I thought I was gonna be able to fill this up for a long longer. It's only been 2.5 minutes. All right, let's bullshit for another like 3 minutes or something. Along with that, I noticed that when I am at work and I do have like all of my coworkers with me, I find that it's a lot easier to get through a lot of the menial tasks. Like right now, we're doing an audit, and that really requires me to just go through like 1,200 of our client base and make sure their profiles look good and accurate and professional. And that's not the most engaging thing. It's not the most exhilarating thing. But having people also working like the same task as me alongside me, it makes it feel a lot more bearable. It makes it feel like it's a collaborative effort. And when something is inherently like given a social aspect, it just becomes more enjoyable depending on the people you're working with. And thankfully, the people that I work with they're cool. They're cool. They're would not hang out with them outside of work, but like during work hours, it's cool. You know, love y'all. And I think like because I'm home and we're talking over the computer, like we're just like doing our little chat thing, and I just realized like I was just so disengaged. Because along with that, when I'm home at work, when I'm home, I don't want to be thinking too critically. I don't want to be on my best behavior, but given the nature of what I do, I have to also answer phone calls and be prompt, still act like I'm still in an office, but I'm just in my chair wearing my pajamas, barely half awake. And that I think there's a level of professionalism that you kind of get when you're working in a physical location that I feel like is just not present when I'm or mainly for me, I suppose. But when it's just not present when you're working from home, especially because like, yeah, I was wearing my pajamas. I have my cat laying on my shoulder while I'm typing up emails. It's not the most professional thing in the world. And I mean, when I go to the office, I dress up a little bit. I put a little bit more. I get to put a little more effort into my appearances, and that gives me like a level of confidence as well. Because like if I look good, I feel good, kind of deal. I also like felt. it's just so much more awkward as well, especially when I'm like answering phones. It's very much like, it's unexpected. I don't want to be answering phone calls in my home. A lot of this revolves around just like being uncomfortable around situations that I'm not familiar with being in my house. So like maybe at some point I'd get used to it, but I feel like even then I would much rather just be at a physical location for that stability and that consistency. What I'm trying to say is that working from home is not all it's chalked up to be. It does have its benefits, like um a lot there's a lot less pressure, I suppose. Um because it just you're just in a more relaxed environment, you know. But there's definitely a lot more challenges and a lot it's different, and I think it's different in an interesting way, and it's different in a way that I do not prefer. Thank you for my rant about working from home. Thank you.